Hi guys! Today we are going to install an Aruba switch simulator into GNS3. I highly recommend watching my latest video if you don't have GNS3 installed in your Windows machine. I will go through every step how to install GNS3 and even some troubleshooting if you're having some trouble actually get it to run. Have you tried turning it off and on again? But today we are going to go to the GNS3.com. We will go to Marketplace and Appliances. And on top here you can see FortiGates. So you can actually simulate some, I think, FortiGate switches or firewalls. But today we will focus on the Aruba AOS-CX switch simulator. And there are two parts to this. It's the GNS3 file that we can download here from the marketplace. So you click here, download, and you will get the GNS3A file. And the other part is you have to log in to your HPE account. So you need an HPE networking account to get the switch simulator OVA file from there. And once you have done that, we will head over to the GNS3. So I will minimize this and let's go to GNS3. And here we will go to File, Import Appliance, and you will select the GNS3A file. Hit Open. It will only have one option, and that is to install this appliance on GNS3 VM. So you will need a hypervisor and a VM to get this appliance running. And here we will select the QEMU binaries. The default one is fine, version 4. I have not tested it on the version 8 that you can also install, but I will go with the standard one here. Hit Next. And then you will select and make sure you have downloaded the right image. I have tested that it works, so that is why it already finds it. But otherwise you will select the Aruba disk image and you will go to Import. And when you download the OVA zip file, you have to extract it. Then you will have the OVA, the SIG and the PDF file, and you actually need to extract the OVA file with, for example, 7-zip or WinRAR. So you go extract the OVA file, so that can be a bit tricky, so just extract that one also. And then you will end up with this last folder and the actual VM disk file. So you select that one. I have already installed it, and it will say found on GNS3 VM, import, and this file. And after that you will click next, and it says would you like to install, and of course that is exactly what we want to do, so we go yes. And here it says default username will be admin and no password, so we will set a new password when we are booting up the switch. At the first, login and finish. And then it says it has actually done a template for us successfully. Okay. After that is done, we can just drag it inside our working area. It will by default go to the VM because that is the only way for this to run. And now we are free to actually lab with the Aruba switch, so that's pretty cool. So now, for example, we can start it and we can console to it. Now we should see the switch booting up. So let's see what it says here. Alright, so the switch is booting up. It says switch login, and it is, as it said before, it's admin and no password, so we just hit enter here. And a new password, we can put in that, and there we are. We are actually connected to the switch, so that's pretty cool. We can of course show the running config And there is not much config on this switch by default. So we can see there is some user, some NTP server, there is a default VLAN 1, interface VM, interface management, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We have a web server running also if you want to try to connect to that. Alright, so we can do some minor config to see if we, for example, can get two virtual PCs connected via the switch. That could be fun. So let's, for example, go into the config terminal by hitting conf and then tab, enter. And here we can see if we, for example, create VLAN 123 and we can name it 123 test PCs. So that is our new VLAN. And let's put that VLAN on all our interfaces. So how do we check what interfaces we have? Then you can go to show interfaces, and if we don't want a gigantic list, we can go with brief. So here we can see that we have a lot of interfaces, and one important one important thing is you can see the mode is actually on routed mode. So this is now acting as a layer 3 switch. You might want to start, if you're starting out, to just swap this to a layer 2 switch on these interfaces at least. And we can see we have a lot of interfaces, and yeah, all the way up to 52. So to disable the routing on these interfaces, we go to int and we type 1-1-1 to 1-1- was it 52? Yes. So now we can configure all these interfaces at the same time. And we can do no routing. So now these interfaces will act as layer 2 interfaces. While we are here, we can actually also do VLAN access 123. So now these are access port or untagged ports for VLAN 123. That should pretty much be it to have two PCs talk to each other on this VLAN. So now if we do show running config, we can see that we have VLAN 123, we have a name on it, and also the interfaces has no routing and they are access ports on 123. Okay, let's see, let us create two virtual PCs and see if they can talk to each other or if we have missed something. So we will go to virtual PCs, we drag in PC1 and we drag in PC2. So we have two PCs here, and we can press the add link button on the left side to connect these ones. So let's connect PC1 to port 1 and PC2 to port 2. What we need to do now is actually start them, and if you hit the play button you will start all devices on your workspace, and after that we can set the IP addresses on the PC1 and the PC2. So we go into the console of PC1 and here we will type IP, and we can go with 10.1.1.11 and let's do -24. I think you can do a CIDR format here. That was okay. And now let's access PC2. We go to the console and we do the same here, but IP 10.1.1.12-24. So we have PC1 on 1 and PC2 on 12. And now we can see if we can, for example, ping the other PC. So can we ping 10.1.1.11? Doesn't seem like it. Not reachable. Okay, so some troubleshooting. That's fun. What have we missed here? Okay, let's go back to the actual switch and see. If we look at the interfaces, maybe, are they up? So we can go to again show interfaces, brief. And here we can actually see all the status are down. So we've actually missed something. We need to add no shutdown on all the interfaces to have them work. So let's do that. If we do some up arrow, we can be a bit lazy and go to this command to select all the interfaces. And then we type no shutdown. We exit out of this interface prompt. And now we can again show interface brief to see that, yeah, this switch seems to support 1 to 10 interfaces. The rest are actually down. But we connected our PC1 and PC2 to port 1 and 2. Alright, so let's try to ping PC2. So ping 10.1.1.12 and see if we have connectivity between the PCs. And we have. So guys, that was it. We actually have some connectivity between the both PCs via the Aruba switch. Hope you guys learned something. Like and subscribe for, yeah, we are going to develop this little lab environment further on. So yeah, see you guys later. Bye bye.